documentation, if you change an API call, add documentation, or is it simply because we have all this documentation, so anyone adding an API call?
Else at the end of the meeting?
Yeah, everybody's gonna present their projects.
I mean, is it implicitly documented?
And then we'll vote on the coolest one.
I mean, I think
and somebody gets a prize, and that's it.
Okay.
I think it doesn't hurt to have it here.
By 7:15.
I don't think it's going to have any effect.
Let's just take a poll and see
Because I don't
how
think
everybody's doing. I'm not quite done with mine yet, but it wasn't really a documentation change anyway.
It's the kind of thing someone might look at when they first become a committer. Maybe it would plant that seed.
Okay.
What do you think?
Guys.
Hi.
Hi. So maybe we should, is everybody done with their projects or close to done?
Yeah, I'm still working on
feel
stuff, but
satisfied?
I don't think I'll finish it before we're done here, so.
Okay, so maybe we should just go around and talk about what we did and then vote.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Oh,
You can vote too since you're here. You have the added benefit of not being allowed to vote for your own projects, so. Awesome, okay.
Should I add my thing to the spreadsheet?
Yeah, please. So I don't know, did anybody know how far Sarah got?
No, she had to leave because she got bad news. Her mother is very sick and.
Oh, no, that sucks.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Well, I don't know if we think she's not here to present her thing. I mean, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
unfortunate.
I mean, she hit a roadblock and then she left not too long after that. So
yeah, I assumed that it didn't get close to the finish.
She got a phone call and she was looking pretty shaken. Her mother's been
Really, really
in
sad.
bad condition for a while.
Right. Cool. So nobody signed up for isolators. Next.
I don't believe so.
Update
Can you share your
HTTP. Yeah, that I can. Share screen. Oh, actually, people are going to want to share their screens too. So everybody sign into the Hangout if you are going to want to share your screen and show.
Should I share mine now for the HTTP stuff? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah,
next?
that's what we're on. So
Sweet.
go for it. And I think you're going to be in control of whose screen because you're the host, right?
Oh, nice. I'm in control.
You're in control.
Okay.
You're very in charge.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's showing your screen right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to share mine, and I'm going to kick you out.
Great.
That's the one I want. Cool. So.
Are you muted?
Audio is not joined.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah, you can join without audio. This is one nice feature I like for Zoom.
Yeah.
You're not joined either. Where's that coming from?
I don't know.
I mean, you should be able to see who is.
Oh, it's the.
It's me?
No, it's Abby.
Sorry.
Okay. So, one annoying thing about Zoom is it gets in the way of my tabs. There we go. So, I worked with Jennifer on updating our HTTP API documentation because I had noticed recently that we were missing one call in particular, the suppress call from the scheduler API docs. So we certainly needed to add that and should also just look through the rest of the calls, responses, and events to see if we're missing any others. So this patch that I got up is for the scheduler API docs. So I added documentation for accept inverse offers, for the decline inverse offers call, and for the suppress call. We're missing all those. So I just followed the existing format, added some descriptions, sample, JSON input, and response. And then Jennifer also went through the operator and executor API docs and gave me a short list of calls and events that were missing from those. And I'm currently working on updating those, but don't have a patch up yet. So that's what we did.
Nice.
Let us just make sure that we're in sync, because I was also then the PR I'm working on is also changing the operator.
Yeah. So I haven't touched the operator. No, I'm working on the master operator API docs. So yeah, we can see.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So that's what we did. That's all.
Good tips.
Can I ask one short question? I
Of course.
believe here the how we specify the commands makes sense. Just as we in the operating API, we switch it over to cloud commands. It feels a bit inconsistent. Do you see that as an issue, or do you see that?
I guess the difference here is that these calls are never submitted.
I agree. It's just a question whether we favor consistency or whether we accept this difference.
Yeah, my thought was that we would just let it be, since no one's ever going to submit these with Perl. I think I'm okay with the inconsistency. Okay. What do you think?
Yeah, same.
Okay,
just cool. Something which came to my mind.
Okay.
Pavi, do you want to present yours?
Sure.
Cool.
So this was the original presentation page, which kind of has a lot of white space and scrolls a long time and is inconsistent at the end, and the fonts are different and the video is formatted differently. So I updated it. Here's my local build. I added in the latest presentation from the last meetup, and I simplified the formatting so there's less white space, and fixed the capitalization and formatting. So it's cleaner. Indicated the last item is paid training. So it's just easier to scroll. And then the other change I made was, in order to verify this change, I do a local build, and I had all kinds of problems doing a local build, and then patiently walked me through all of it. And we found all kinds of issues with these instructions because they were written 2 years ago. And we updated them now to this. Oh, I have to shift my window on.
This is great.
How do I shift my window on?
Yeah.
New share. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so if you look at the right panel, those are the new and improved instructions. It's just 3 steps: run this script, run that script, run that script. And then at the end, it just tells you to put a local host, where earlier it had different instructions for Linux and different ones for Mac, and Mac it asked you to do Docker ls, and that didn't work anyway. So now the instructions are cleaner and simpler and accurate. So you don't need Ben's expertise in an hour of his time to do a local build.
That's awesome.
So those are the 2 changes that I made.
Nice.
Awesome.
That Ben and I made. So.
Yay.
Oh, you didn't get.
Awesome, sweet. Ben?
I didn't do anything. I helped Bobby, but I was caught up wrapping something up that I thought would be much quicker.
Okay.
And I didn't get to the performance profiling stuff, so I wanted to do about that. But I will follow up.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, and I feel like you worked with Bobby on his contribution.
Yeah, totally. For sure.
Ben and I are co-contributors to my
Okay, I'll put you guys on the same team. Chanhan.
Sure. Should I try to share it? So recently I submitted patches for adding metrics for resource providers. So they're not committed yet, but I decided to go ahead and write documentation for that. So I'm writing documents for features that's not there yet. And yeah, and the first thing I made is that I actually had difficulty finding the metrics page we have. So I decided to add this metric keyword here, make it easier to find. And
Yeah,
okay.
that's smart.
And here is the thing I added. I had a new section, two new sections. First is resource providers. And I thought originally it's kind of simple, like just adding metrics, but the metrics I'm adding is a little bit different from the past because now we try to provide fine-grained metrics. So it's not a total number of operations that succeeded or failed. Instead, I want to list, like for every single different operation, we want to report number of succeeded attempts and failed attempts and pendings. So now, so this is like all the previous metrics doesn't have this placeholder. So I just think about how to present this. So now I have a placeholder for the metrics, and then in a subsection I try to list all the things that you could put into the placeholder. And as Greg mentioned during this doc-a-thon, we don't have a document to explain all available of our operations. So I tried here. to do a little bit attempt to link them properly. So for reserve and reserve, they are going to the reservation.md. Nice. For create, we go to the create section in the persistent volume. Destroy, go to destroy section. And these 4 new operations will go to the CSI's problem section. And also try to have a summary about, okay, what are the operations we're going to support, at least for this metrics. Well, yeah, but it's not supported in the resource provider yet. That's why
okay.
Yeah, this is just for supported resource provider that can use these metrics. So it's not a complete list about all the information, just specific metrics. And because we have this placeholder to make the people easy to understand, I do have to give an example here. And I have another section to talk about CSI plugins metrics, which is specific for storage resource provider. I do something similar, and we have placeholder here, and different RPC have different counts. And here I gave so because these RPCs people may not be very familiar with these RPCs. So for each of them, I actually link to the actual GitHub spec, CSI spec.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and also an example.
Nice.
And another thing I do is I fix a dangling link. So now resource provider links to something, but this is just a very primitive thing, and we probably I'll, after we have more design out for resource provider, I'll make this document better. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
Nice.
One quick question, if you
Do you want me to share again?
No, it's okay. So what I found, at least from this distance, it was hard to differentiate between what was a placeholder and what was the actual.
Yeah.
Just me. So,
Placeholder and what?
And the actual text of the name.
Destroy it on again.
I'm just using like italic.
Yeah.
Character, like.
So maybe you, I don't know, another could be just like to have those brackets.
Yeah.
There might be a convention already on that.
Yeah.
page.
Oh, we already have convention on that?
Yeah, we have like style guide.
Really? Because
There might be metrics that already fit that.
because all the metrics have fixed names.
Okay. What about the role?
Oh wait, maybe. Oh, actually, yes, you're right. You're right. So we already have that. I'll update that. Thank you.
Perfect.
That's yours contribution.
Oh, great.
So wait, no, actually,
Great.
actually, I did something even more. There was this PR from last time. Maybe can you just share that as my laptop
for sure.
was there? And as I felt, we should actually go in and be able to commit that.
Yeah, here, do you want to find it?
Just the open PR. You found it earlier.
I did.
So we've always been talking about adding those curl calls. In the last Doc-a-thon, there was actually someone adding that, and there was an open issue. So I went in, I rebased that. There were like 2 more API calls where it was missing, and you made this comment to have a slightly different format with the removing the enter file. So I rebased that and addressed that comment so we can commit that and then just commit mine on top. So whoever that is gets his contribution and handle.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Greg volunteered to shepherd that to
I
Yeah.
Thanks, Rudy.
Woo.
Yes, not much. Well, I just wanted to say I did more than that.
All right, cool. So now we should vote.
Where's Andy?
Yeah, where did Andy go? That's a great
I
question.
feel like Andy's always a strong contender, so it's
No, it's
shame that he
true.
is not
I
here.
also want to look at his presentation. The C query, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's sad. I want to know what he did.
Andy.
Andy, can you Slack me to see if he forgot?
Tell him to use his data plan.
Yeah, geez.
Do you really want to use stickers if we're...
No, I know, we can all just raise our hands. I don't know, is anybody shy about who they're gonna vote for and feel like we need to have a wide vote just to make sure?
I'm fine with whatever.
Okay. Andy,
Yeah, I pinged him on OSS Slack.
come back. Alright. I have a feeling we're not gonna get.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
maybe we should just vote, okay?
Mhm.
So all in favor of HTTP API docs, please raise your hand.
Wait, give us some time to think.
Oh, we could review
You guys are already ready to vote?
we could review so we had HTTP API
Yes,
docs.
we had HTTP API docs. We had C query for Andy, who is not here, and so I don't think he should even be in the contending because he didn't come back.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know
It's
either.
tough.
It is really hard. But we don't know what he did. He could
Yeah.
have just like left and not done anything. And we
Wait, he said he has a patch submitted, right?
oh, does he?
He
already?
has a
I don't
PR
know.
or I said I remember he said before he left.
Yeah, he said he was almost done, but he's going to use this opportunity.
Also, he haven't posted a patch yet.
I think he's trying to use this time to wrap it up. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Well, we could vote for him. Okay. So Andy with C query, tag, syntax checking, etc. setup. Probably solo unless you have any ideas. Thanks, Andy. We have, Chen, you didn't even put down what your project is on the spreadsheet.
yeah, I did. The last one, the matrix. Wait, it got
No, it's not on the
overwritten.
spreadsheet.
It got overwritten. What? I'll add.
All right. Chen Hung with metrics for resource providers. Ben Muller and Pavi on simplified instructions for local build and update of presentations list.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's it.
And your
And your,
I would have just thrown myself onto HTTP docs here.
that's true.
Oh, okay.
That's
Because
true.
it's also
Yeah.
part of HTTP
all
docs.
right, you're
You
again.
can be on the HTTP docs too.
Good
Yeah,
times.
I'm on board.
Do you feel prepared?
Need to deliberate for a minute.
Well, it's a weird situation because how many people in this room are going to vote for this?
Well, not me. I didn't even do anything.
Okay. It's like it's really.
Are you allowed to vote for yourself?
No, you're not allowed to
I
vote
won't.
for yourself.
Yeah, I won't.
Yeah, you're not allowed to vote for yourself. This has always been the case because there are too few people.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Yeah.
That also means if you have more than one person on your team, you're at a significant disadvantage. Because then multiple people cannot vote for
It
you.
also
That's
means that
true.
you can gain the voting by trying to pick someone who you don't think will get any other votes. It should be as a competitor to yourself.
Okay, so the Mesos community is evil.
This is really fierce. I didn't know the stakes were so high.
Okay.
James.
Wait, I'll.
You're on
Okay.
Bobby's team.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
I would actually put up Judith because she's organizing so much cool stuff around this entire stuff. So I would actually like to put this community engagement around
Aw.
Docs Driving that up as a project if no one disagrees with that.
That is
Yeah.
very sweet.
That's what we'll tell Ben. That's your.
No, I second that. Yes. I agree.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That is sweet. All right. So, are we ready to vote now? No. Okay.
Do we get one vote? Is that the?
Everybody gets one vote.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
Alright.
I've made my selection.
Okay.
Ben?
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. HTTP API docs. Raise your hand. Okay.
Now I feel scary when without those sneaky notes.
Are you worried about it? Do you want sticky notes?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
C query from Andy, which I wish he was here to present
Yeah.
it, but this is hard to vote for it if you don't know what happened. But
Mm.
okay. Metrics for resource providers. I'm gonna vote for that one. Okay. And website instructions for local build and list of presentations. Nice. I agree, actually. That's a good one. Sweet. Okay, so this was one I should count. So that was enough, right? Boop. Okay. And then we have doc-a-thons. Oh my god. You guys are awesome. We have doc-a-thons. That's ridiculous. Yay!
Just to be, so I can at least, like, I can only speak for myself, but I find it's really cool that you're driving that. And also overall, like, as a business meeting over at Twitter, and so I think it's
You're the sweetest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, thank you guys. That's
Thank you,
awesome.
Judith.
All right, we'll have more of these. So
So now we know
don't
who didn't
propose
vote for
that
you.
anymore.
You already hated
No,
me before,
you
so.
know, I'm just jealous of your hair.
So I still have to tell Ben, because I'm like, wait, you've got the headphones?
What happened?
Oh wait,
Are these doc-a-thons an elaborate plot to get free headphones?
Now, how many pairs of headphones do we need? Okay, cool.
It's an elaborate plot to get a company who spends noise canceling headphones for.
Oh.
That's true. I mean, to be honest, it's really just a bribe to get the Mesos team to write their docs.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I must say the new office is like, at least where I sit, much louder. So
Yeah, I mean, we always sat next to the SDRs, and they're super enthusiastic and throw footballs. So.
I sit next to the lunchroom.
Oh no.
That's loud, yeah.
It looks nice, but I guess it's loud.
Yeah. Man.
Okay.
All right, cool. Well, if
Good work, team.
anybody wants pizza,
There's
please,
pizza.
please, dear God, please take pizza home
Okay.
because there's too much. And yeah, I'll edit the recording and then we'll have a rambling recording.
Sweet.
It'll be great.
Thanks, Judith.
Awesome. Thank you guys. This is
Wow,
lovely.
that was really fun.
That
You know,
looks
it's
great.
amazing.
Looks
Are you
great.
serious? That's the best.
Top form.